Good evening. This is Ian Garcia. It's March 25th. I'm sorry, May 25th, 2018. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Um, this video is about going over basically staining techniques, how to prepare and stain for positive and negative grams. I'll grab negative, gram positive grams, specimens. I'm sorry, and just go over the ins and outs of how to go about it, how to go from a blank slide, microscope slide, to having it stained and have specimen on it. So, let's go ahead and begin. So first I have setup. So for video purposes, 4 or 5 minutes again, time consumed for this video. So I went ahead and did the gram staining and staged it. So everything here is pre-done. So what you would do first is grab your curette and dip it in alcohol and whisk it and air dry it. Then what you would do is grab one of the specimens. So this is the E. coli. You would put it on this one right here. Oh, sorry. First and foremost, these ones you start by labeling. So you would label on top the name, and then you would flip it over and draw a circle. So that would be your aim point where you put your specimens, your dyes. The reason why you flip it over and not on the same side is so that it does not get erased and does not, get in contact with the dyes. Okay, so moving forward, get some specimen, boom, put it on here, and like always, you prepare with candle. You would open this up and sterilize it. Now, once it's sterilized, you immediately go for your curette and being careful not to touch the sides. Grab some, smear it, and you do it with all three different specimens, and you have to let it dry. And after you let it dry, and you go over the candle again, kind of sterilize it, and then you begin your first dye. They're all numerically labeled 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the first two dyes you put on. So the first one you put on, 1, 2 drops. You let it sit for 60 seconds. After 60 seconds, you rinse it off, and then you go to your dye number 2 and do 1 or 2 drops and do another 60 seconds. And then after that, you rinse it off. Now the last 2 stains, you repeat the process, but these are only 30 seconds each instead of 60, like the beginning. So you repeat that process with all 3, and that's pretty much your staining process. And techniques always with utmost aseptic technique. You want to keep everything as sterile as possible. Wear as much PPE as possible, personal protective equipment, and be safe when doing it. And follow all directions that's given to you as far as disposal. And that's it. Good evening, good night, and have a great Memorial Day weekend.